Okay, guys, so Wits happened, and like I said, it wasn't like really fun for me because I was going through so much, and also academically I wasn't doing so well. So it was that thing, Yobana, I need to push because I need to at least pass a few more modules so that I go, or maybe repeat the two, or maybe I don't know. I just felt like I was getting advice from our seniors, people that we met there, like Abo Odwa, Matoman, and Pumzaban Njwa, yes. That they were our seniors from high school. So now they went to Wits and they studied mining. So they were, when we got there, they were on their third year, and then we were doing first year. So they really had the experience more about how things were actually happening there. So they would advise would at least do better at least first semester, it makes sense, or rather, yeah, first term, first block makes sense, but second block do better, third block do better than the second. I wanna like that, make that build up. Yeah, I wanna, okay. So for me, I was really trying, Shem, but obviously as I'm growing up, I do feel like I wasn't trying hard enough, but I feel like at the same time with the state I was in no state so banandi because now I felt like whatever effort I was putting at the time was like effort that was enough. But it didn't happen, guys. It didn't happen. Mining engineering at Wits was very hard for me, to a point where after June I even went to see the HOD, to talk to him, but what are my options and everything. And guys, that HOD advised me, good to know, because now it doesn't look good. Apply for EUJ, because EUJ, it's at Wits, it's BSc. So UJ, it's diploma. Apply at UJ, and also I'll get you to a CCDU. It was this unit that was for like counseling. They were counseling students. He was like, he's gonna take me there, guys. That HOD took me by hand and took me straight to that unit and told them my story, and asked, because I had to tell him about the whole depression. Okay, I didn't know it was depression at the time. I was just describing how I feel. I was just describing the family pressure. Guys, the family is of family pressure so much. Parents, Matric, and then you went to this university. Was of so much pressure. So I had so much pressure, and I wasn't doing well. And I have this feeling, I feel so down since the passing of my cousin, and I can't put things together. Isn't was slangani, guys. I don't even have a bursary, yabona, and it's hard for me. Getting stationery is such a hassle because I need to get that from my parents. You understand? And obviously everything doesn't come easy. They need to plan it because I'm not the only kid and my parents are not working. My dad is self-employed. So isn't those like when you ask for something, you need to ask for it like way in advance. I understand, because I'm going to varsity and stuff. They didn't, and I don't have a bursary. So now everything they must pop out. Everything like is stationary and stuff. I don't know, by some miracle I got in our areas. So, and then I realized later I actually have UNESFAS. So I message into a service with Nekos Napa. Quite hectic, guys, and so end of the year, fast forward, end of the year, I was excluded from engineering. I was like, okay, I don't want to go back, but I want to try appealing. But even like appeal, you need to tell them your story. Then fortunately I was saying that I had guys, what's this thing? Because I was going for therapy, so I had that record about, okay, yes, I was going through some shit. Yes, I spoke to the HOD. Yes, they recommended this for me. So really I was in the process of putting my shit together, which is why I didn't pause. So with time with me, because I had to wake up in the morning every day, it's so weird. So that's where my dad is. Soweto and take a taxi to Wits every morning, and because sometimes there's queues when you get to what are these people? Hi guys, but they are student representatives. I just forgot that name. But anyway, so yeah, so because you had to go to them, who were gonna hear your case, and then by your representative to the dean or whoever. So like and as I was looking at all the paperwork I had to fill in, there was also an affidavit I had to bring along by any fees. Then you guys are coming on fees because at home they're all not working. So in South Ogantini, can't even steal the ID number or with defense because I have to speak with them, and me speaking with them, they might not even believe the story, but they're gonna have to pay it. I was like, quitting the ship because no that I said to give away young man in dear vets, man, we and the story isn't those man the submit. He got tired of that. I was like, no, fuck it, I'm not going back there. So in that was 2012 now. I need to come up with a plan. In the UJ was already late because application basis value. So I went to the last walk-ins. The last walk-ins at CUJ were in 2012 Jan. In 2012 Jan, Utata went to drop me off, guys. Went to drop me off there. Ngabo 8 kanje ebusuku. So salala with you, and then fine, we woke up on the queue, and then as I finished the forms, we submitted our forms. Then I'm just crossing my fingers because I need to do something. And then they told me that because I think people passed away on those last walk-ins AUJ. The people passed away because in Africa so I managed to leave early. So okay guys, I had to switch on the lights. It's quite dark now. So as I was saying, we had slept there, so I applied, but anyway, my application didn't go through. They were full, So I had to stay at home 2012 until I got a learnership. I got a learnership at a glass manufacturing company in Springs. We actually got this score here. Dallas Gold Latin. So yeah, I was not accepted at Wits at UJ because they were full, and okay, now fine, and I was staying at home until I got a learnership at a glass manufacturing company in Springs. So I took that learnership because I had to do something for 2012 during that year, because if I stayed at home I was going to get crazy, and I was going to fight with my parents a lot because I'm not used to staying with them. Well, my father is cool because he's a father with, and I felt like this will clash a lot. So fortunately my older sister found me a learnership at Spring, so I went there. I went to work there. So that was sort of my gap here, ne? That was my gap here, and I felt it. I really got to do, to think. I got time to think. I got time to, so guys, I did take that gap year. I got some time to think, and I sort of got some time to do everything that I wanted to do wrong, because I was staying alone because I first stayed with my cousins, but I felt like with what I need to achieve at the end of the year, with what I need to obtain, I don't want to add on top of what I'm already burdened with by interacting with people, getting to know people, because I hadn't seen that family for the longest time. So now it was like a catch up for me as well, because my cousins. So like I said, because I had just discovered my long lost family, I thought, yeah, we're gonna be catching up in everything. And I was like, with what I'm trying to achieve by the end of the year, I need to be on my own. I need to have my own space. I need to have time to reflect a lot. And with that, I need very little human interaction. At the time, how old was I? I was 20. I was 20 that year, and I needed to stay alone also because I needed to grow as well, because I realized that some things you really have to learn them the hard way, and some things, some processes, you need to go through them alone, because I didn't feel like I was fitting anywhere actually, which I felt like was the biggest concern, which is why I actually preferred being alone, because then I started looking so and the exposure for me was quite hectic, because I seeing go people are seeing this girl which is something I was proud of at the time, because I was like, I'm not going to wake up and pretend like I didn't grow up here, so that's it. Yeah, fine. So 2012 passed, and I wasn't even earning much, but I was like, from whatever amount I'm earning, which was like 3,000, I needed to put some money aside to at least afford myself a registration for UJ the following year, which was 2018. So, and at the time I was also trying to apply for bursaries so that I know about life for most of us smooth when I get to UJ. So yeah, tried applying for bursaries, applied for UJ, and at the time, at home they were actually even saying I must stay at that company and grow there, study part-time. But I was like, yes, I can study part-time, but that's not my passion, and I don't want to be that person also end up in a career that they didn't want. I wanna be stuck in a shitty career, but kube be decision, you understand? Because I was like, I'm actually gonna resent these people, and I'm going to hate myself, because I hated that place, because I didn't see any opportunity for growth for anyone, more especially a person like me, a person of color, not to mention a lady, So I was like, I don't see myself staying here. I don't see growth in me here, And obviously, it's a firm, it's a glass manufacturing company, it's male dominated, it's production company, so it's male dominated, and you are here, you're so young, and people are going to see you, and they're going to want to be with you because you're fresh. When I don't even have kids, I una 20, you understand? For wrong reasons like that, and then they end up paying having forgotten. Guys, it's so easy to fall off the wagon. It's so easy to lose focus, especially in an environment where no one is where you are in terms of ambition and dreams and aspirations. I was like, I was praying every day, but can I just not lose my focus? Because my eye is there. My eye is me finishing this learnership, because it was a year contract. I'm finishing this learnership or not even finishing it. I wanted the year to end so that I can leave and go to school and go start over, because now, and at the time, I really appreciated me having to go to that company, because I got to realize the person I don't want to be, the person I don't want to end up becoming, and which is that person that wakes up and goes to work and comes home, and I have a boyfriend, I have kids, we are staying together in this whole room or whole house esirentayo, and sisiphila nje like hand to mouth. I was like, I didn't want that life, and that's the life ephilwa ngabanye abantu by a particular class yabantu baselokishini. I'm not saying, guys, please hear me correct, I'm not saying abantu baselokishini baphila a life hand to mouth, you understand? I'm just saying i-level enandiqomba ndifuna ufikelela kuyo leyo by staying there. So I was praying so hard. Obviously, I was a kid. I would go out with my cousin, whom we actually became best friends. I would go out with my cousin. We would turn up. We would go drinking, on weekends that I'm off, And I was actually getting to socialize, explore that side, the social side of me, and which was actually so much fun. But at the end of the day, I never wanted to lose focus. So in between, I'd go for bursary interviews, And with that 3,000 I was earning, guys, I even had to pay rent. I had to pay transport. I had to buy food. And I had to save on the side. It was so hard because I'm 20. Like, I need to look nice, as well. And with where I am, I can't afford to date anyone because uzoqala ujola nomuntu, and then the next thing bakufaka kwibudget yabo. Xa bekufaka kwibudget yabo bakufakile elifeni wabo, whatever vision that you had. Now I was scared of losing my dreams. I was scared of losing touch with myself and my aspirations. That's why I was like, I'm not involving myself with anyone. If I am, izoba nje ila vibe yobana we are sorting each other out, like that, but nothing. I didn't want any attachments, and thank God that happened. I didn't get any attachments. So waphela unyaka, I got a call from one of the bursaries I applied for. They were like, they wanted to call me over for interviews. I was in Springs, and they were in Joburg, and they were like, and I was from night shift. I was going back to a night shift that night. I'm like, I'm going back to a night shift, and you had to report on time. And I was like, if I report now, it won't be on time, and I'm gonna be in trouble. So what can we do? They're like, no, it's fine. They can interview me over the phone. I was like, okay. And at the time, I had already been accepted by UJ. I'm sure that year, my 2013 applications, the application yami yayiyoqala, because I wanted to make sure that this time I'm doing things right, because now my head is like here, so I know what I want ngoku, so I better get it. You understand? So yes, I applied. I got accepted, and then on the business bursaries ngapha amane save aloma 200 kuthi ngenyanga enzima ndiphinde ndiyoyikhupha. But I'm going forward, mna faith, and aba ekhaya bathi mandihlale kula company ndistudishe inside and grow there. Hayi, umuntu ofuna ustudisha inside and go and grow there uzoya yena. I'm not going to do that. I think they understood. I think they saw the fire in me. So babona lesengena incwadi from UJ as it have been accepted. I bolele to it. Apply. Oh, okay. I don't worry about that. I'll sort that out, because that is only about my matric results are so good. I need to get something, because now I have time. Now I know better, because before I didn't know anything when I went to Wits. So now it's different. Now senvukile, now senbonile, and ndabetheka ndawa ndavuka ndazivuthulula. You understand? Now I know better. And I got that bursary laba bebendifonele ke besithi ban interviewer over the phone. Yes, at the end of the interview they didn't even ask me any question. Actually, they were like, okay, no, bathi bazobuyela kum, bandibuza qha ndiyasebenza, nathi ewe ndiyasebenza. What am I doing? They were actually asking me about the work I was doing at the time. We actually been laughing about it with the person who was calling me. So the year ended in Nandarizan, and bear in mind the time being pana, like I would tell people that I'm only here for a year, I'm going back to work, and then they'll be like, yo, yabona ban pa lowa ufikela 4 years ago, and wafika isithi naye we are here for a year babuyele esikolweni. So sorry. So also yazimali, it's very hard to go back to school. What money? 3,000 ufika 2,999 kum imali lengandihlalisa apha, and ndazi kahle mina. But I wasn't talking much, man, because I was like, and hey, full distraction, but I need to stick to it. So fine. So phela January that resign on 21 zaka January. That resign, and the classes were going to start on the 30th of Jan. So you want the 30 risk years. Njengoba imali yami registration ayihlangananga, the 30 loan ngalamali njengoba benisebenza then thathi loan ngeza payslip ngiqomba ngizayibona bazayibhatala kanjani that loan, thathi loan, so that ngizofumana because ayingahlangana imali. And it was December. I went home and came back because I needed to go home as well, because I wanted to I needed change of scenery as well, because in as much as I was trying to get back to school and stuff, I also needed healing also ngaphakathi kum, so that ndibe right for. So I was trying by all means ukuthi indlela endifila ngayo sort it out. I felt like going home. I left, I went home, I came back. I think I came back nangena nje for a week emsebenzini resign. I'm shit. I think I had like 1,000 rand, and if e-registration was like 3,050 rand, I think, or 3,150. I think that it was somewhere there. They were touching loan at one of the banks in South Africa. I went to take a loan, 30 loan. Guys, the day I took a loan, man approved about nigeza a loan immediately. When I was on my taxi from that bank, the bank was been to say, where was I think I've been to Springs, and said taxing from Springs to a job and sitting do batala the money registration. Guess what? I got a call 011, the company that interviewed me over the phone, MQA. They are offering me bursary. That's in their talk, guys. I'm on my way to HighSchool now to pay a registration, but if you have a way, turn around. We're gonna have that sorted. We're gonna email you a letter now so that you can be able to register. That guys, like I was like, God, how are you? Your ways, you work in a very strange way, miraculous way, and I'm grateful. I appreciate that, because know what I did? I took that money. I went to do my hair and figure class in the first year, right, and look, some of it I went to find accommodation. I paid a deposit and everything. Then I got a private accommodation and I'm registered. Then with the other money I bought stationery, and then they were like, I'm going to get my lump sum in 2 weeks time, because I'm a private student. I'm going to get a lump sum of about like 26,000. Guys, things started working out for me, and I started thinking about how the way I come from, the way I struggled putting things together. I was like, God, it can only be you. It can only be you saw me. You understood where I come from. You understood where I wanted to go, and you made sure that I stick to my goals. I stay focused, even though I would wander from time to time, but it makes sense because I'm human. But you made it possible, guys. Ndangena esikolweni ekhaya bengabelieve but ulelethu like I think ndinesikhongwane esingekho apha ndinespeaker eshotayo. Izinto zami are going like right now ngoJanuary. Hey manje kundimelene neloan ke ngokumele ndiyibhatale. Ndafumana iroom, iclasses zaqala. I'm telling you, on my way to my first class, I was praying on the way that God, it's my first day to class. It's my first day to what I've always wanted to study, mining engineering. I studied it before at Wits, and it didn't go well. And if this is good for me, I will do well. And if it doesn't, I will know that it's a sign coming from you that I need to do something else. And if I need to do something else, please reveal it to me what it is. I went to class, I went in, and I don't know, when I sat down, I feel like I got the confirmation that this is what you need to do. Everything started to come to light. The material was easy to work with. I could understand better. I could interact. I could, get lecturers. I had a place to go to after. I had my own place to go to after my single room after classes. And I was like, it was time. So guys, this is actually a story that needs to inspire someone. But whatever that you're going through, things will work out. And actually, like, my trials didn't end there. They continued, but not during my studying years. I started from first year. I did so well. I had distinctions, but I didn't do well enough to be like top of my class, but I did very well. I did very well from my first year all the way to my third year, and then I graduated for my diploma in 2016. Then 2016 I went back to do my BTech, which is where another story starts. So this is the story now that will cover my work side of things after university, the work side. So I've covered high school, I've covered university, and then now I'll come to post-university. But university for me, when I was a junior, everything was really easy for me because I feel like I had been through so much and I was wiser, I was older, and I was stronger as well. So I could deal with so much, I could take so much. Until a boy came along. At the time I was doing my first year, but I could understand because they thought, then the first year in the clueless, I understand. I am fresh from high school that time, inside, First year 2013, the guy was a senior, BTech survey, and I was out here first year. It was my first time being with someone who took me out on an actual date, where like I woke up and dressed up, then he took me on a date, and then we sat and talked and talked and talked, and I liked him. That was my first time being genuinely. It was my first time, let me be honest now, but like the way he approached me, So yeah, we started going out. And started seeing each other. But I think we only lasted for like 3 weeks. And then he went quiet on me. The thought of this dribble, guys, I got dribbled so bad. So bad. I think I had nightmares for like the following 3 weeks. Guys, I was like, how does this happen? How do you move from talking to a person every day, wanting to be with them every day, to like not talking to them at all? One phone is sasana la puti. Then I say your mess. I feel like the test your mess. I say I fail again. When I fail, ngoba ndiyipase ngo-60. Ndayifeyila i-maths ever ndathi 15%. Aqomba ndiyagowa. 2013, 20 na 21 ke son, imagine. So I got my first heartbreak while in university. I've had a few heartbreaks with it before, but I wanna layer. That heartbreak was deep. So I got dribbled like that. So the healer would do with time. That was 2013. The healer with time started moving on. Even I couldn't believe it because the guy was cute. But that's how we do. ndikhulile mna for le nto. I've been through worse, man. John, we eklasini nasuneska banwen. So yeah, I let go of him. And then in 2014, I went to do my practicals. That's when I started working at a mine on my second year. The whole year. 2015 came back. I got like a little heartbreak 2015, but engekho kangaka into nje ngoku besezifika zibounces whatever. But academically I was really doing well, and I met the most amazing woman who is my best friend right now, Umakadelanga. Like, that girl saw a person in me I didn't see. I knew the person was there, but she saw that person and made me realize that person. So that was 2015 when I was doing my final year diploma, and then I got my diploma 2016. Then 2017. No, 2016 is 2016 where I registered for BTech, which is like a post-grad. Registered for BTech, then I started doing this. Things started going down south again for me because the bursary was taking very long to pay. So I was struggling so much. I was like, I needed to get a job. I was like, I need to get a job with my diploma because I had graduated. I had a certificate. So I was applying for internships. I was applying for internships, and then I got this internship from this company that I work for right now. 2016, which was a 2-year program. And then I got that. It was really like they took 10. It was 10 of us: 2 mining engineers, 2 geologists, 2 safety officers, 2 environmental scientists, 1 mechanical engineer and 1 electrical engineer. So there was like a total 10 of us, which was like really fun. And they put us in like 1 guest house for the whole year. And then on the second year, they moved us to the like complexes where we were staying like in 2s. So that's where the actual career started. So you'll hear the rest of it on the next video.